Hi, Bob Hintz at Darling Stadium. Tonight we have an LSC special, and I got a special guest with me tonight, the coordinator of athletics in the city of Hampton, Beth Mair. And we're going to talk about a lot of things tonight, Beth, but the first thing I want to talk about is your corporate sponsors. Now, you started off with 3 corporate sponsors, and what do you have now?
This year we have 16 corporate sponsors. We're very, very lucky. The community has really just rallied around this idea, and they're advertising with us, and I think it's just been a really great success in the last 3 years.
Now, how does one become a corporate sponsor? What do you have to do?
All you have to do is call me, and we talk, and I tell you exactly how much the cost is. It's the first year is $650, and $150 goes toward making the banner, and then the other $500 goes into the athletic funds. But with that $650, you get a half a page ad in the media guide. You get a banner that's located on the fence line on the home side. You get your business announced like 3 or 4 times during every game of the regular season. Your business is advertised on the TV channel. You get 5 season passes for Darling Stadium, and you get a reserve parking spot.
Oh, wow, a reserve parking spot.
Yes, sir, a reserve one, because, we get packed here at Darling.
Well, that's true. And that was, one of the things that I was very impressed with is how you went out and got. Did you beat the Bushes? How did you get these corporate sponsors?
I think what happens is we have to go back to the history of Hampton City School athletics. I mean, we have the strongest athletic programs in the region, and if you ask me. And as soon as I started it with 3, the word of the mouth just got around, and people started calling me left and right. And, one week I've got 3 more sponsors and then another 2, and it's just phenomenal. The community is not so much looking for advertisement, but to help the city school system, to let them know. A good example is Ron's Plumbing. Ron's Plumbing, they don't really, I'm sure they like the advertisement, but Ron is just so gung-ho about supporting HCS athletics.
Well, that's fantastic. Okay, now let's skip a beat and let's go to this media guide, which I think is a great thing that we have, because before you always had to get one from each one of the schools.
Yes.
And if you'll take the media guide here and hold it up so we can get a look at it. This is awesome. Tell me a little bit about this.
All right, thank you. It's this is our 2nd year that we're doing it. I thought, why we need to make sure that we're selling the whole program and not just one team or the other team, because all 4 of our teams are so strong and we're a family. And so that's what I wanted to do when I put this together. Along with the graphics and the printing department in Hampton City Schools, we've thrown this together, and public relations. It's just a phenomenal thing and has been such a great success. The neat thing about it is if you get an ad in this guide, if you have a certain school you would like to donate it to, the money that's raised, it goes right to that school's athletic fund. I don't see any of the money. It goes right into their fund. And then the proceeds that we make off the program, we divide into 4, and each school gets that much money.
Right behind Beth and myself is this wall of fame, and this is really a unique thing that Beth has put up together. And talk a little bit about how you come about this and what's it about.
Well, when you go to athletic directors conferences, you get a whole bunch of fundraising ideas, and again, with the history of Hampton City Schools as far as the athletic programs, this is a perfect way to both fundraise and to recognize all the people, all the wonderful people that have gone through athletics in Hampton City Schools.
Okay, now we're going to fill this thing up with bricks, and they're going to have names on them.
Yes, sir.
How are they going to do that?
All right. What happens is we have 2 sides of bricks. We have an 8x4, which is $135, and you can get 3 lines on the brick. Then we also have, and so it'll be set up like this. And then we have an 8x8 brick, which is $235, and you get 6 lines of what you want to put on there.
Like the school, if you played sports here, what year you played, and different things, and maybe your position and your family.
Right, and here's an important thing about this. A lot of people think, okay, it's at Darling Stadium, you have to play at Darling, and that is not true. You can be a softball player, you can be a tennis player from Hampton City Schools, you can be just a lifetime supporter of the school system, maybe never played ball in your life, but always supported the athletic program, a cheerleader. We've had 2 NFL players already buy a brick. We've had a congressman buy a brick. We've had just lifetime supporters. So it's just whatever you want to do. Now, you can put your name up there, and then maybe for example, Todd Kelly bought one. So you got Todd Kelly, then you have his high school and his years, and then his college, and then his years, and then the NFL, and then the years.
Now you have here in your hand an application, and where can they get these applications?
You can get them in several different spots. You can get them at a football game at a concession stand or the ticket booth. You can go online underneath Hampton City Schools website and go under Athletics and More, and it's right underneath my picture. And it'll look just like this. You click on it.
And you will look just like this?
Yeah, I've tried to take that picture off, but they won't do it. I don't know. So, and then all it is you can read it, and the application is right here. And feel free that if anybody wanted some help to put this together, they can call me. A lot of people call me because they can't fit what they want in there. So we mess around with it a little bit, and we tweak it to make it look good.
Okay. Now, when this thing gets filled up and it has 90 bricks?
It has 90 spaces.
90 spaces.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, now we got 120 people who want to do this.
Yes.
So
then
what are we going to do now?
What we're going to do is we're going to then build another memorial over there on that side of the scoreboard.
Okay.
And that should hold probably more than like 200 bricks or 200 spaces.
Okay.
And then when that gets filled up, we'll go over here on this side.
So we got a lot of room for expansion.
We do. We have a lot of athletes, and we have a lot of people that are supporters. And so we want to make sure that anyone that feels as if they would like to have a brick, have a name on something that will last forever, will always be here. We hope that they'll buy one.
Well, I tell you, this is to me just blew my mind when I heard about this. I think it's just a wonderful thing.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about basketball.
Yes.
And the reason I'm going to talk about basketball, because right down here, I have a hat
Yes.
that you came out with last year,
Yes.
which I just enjoy. I wore it a lot. Tell me about it.
This hat was made by one of our corporate sponsors, Tidewater Team Sports, and we're selling these not really as a fundraiser, but more to get the word out that, Hampton City School is not just about football. It's also about all of our sports, all of our kids. And basketball, we're just phenomenal in basketball, both boys and girls. So I wanted to get this out and start some basketball things going on.
Okay, are we going to get a hat for football?
That is in the process, yes.
Okay, and baseball and softball, where they wear hats.
Yes, and I think what we might do is go like a HCS athletics. And then if anybody wanted to buy a certain, sport or just a supporter, we can add that. So.
Okay, now we're doing one more thing for basketball.
Yes, sir.
Which really, to me, is exciting, and that is?
We're going to also do a media guide for them starting this year. All four teams, all four boys basketball teams will be in the program, the girls basketball teams, the cheerleaders. And I'm hoping that if we can get it together, we get all the fall. And so instead of calling it a basketball media guide, we would call it a winter media guide. And so that's what my vision is. We may start little and then grow like we did with our football. But that's what the intention is. And that will begin this year. We're looking for advertisers right now for the basketball program. If anyone's interested in buying or advertising in our football or basketball, they can go online again, underneath my picture again, and there's prices for the media guides.
Exciting things happening.
Thank you. I'm very excited. Well, I just love some Hampton City Schools. I mean, there's nothing like it.
Well, I have been involved with this in the Hampton City Schools since '62, but involved with was Channel 29, then 5, then 46, now we're 40, we're LSC, local sports channel. And I tell you, you can't get better sports than you get in the peninsula. Everybody says this. So let me tell you what. Beth is really taking this one notch higher, and I do appreciate it, as all the fans in Hampton do. And if you watch this program, you want a brick, you want to get a hat, whatever you want to do, give Beth a call.
Please do. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Bob Hintz at Darling Stadium. Good night.